Hi everyone, today I'm going to be reviewing Scandal Season 5, Episode 16. So we starting off with the debate between Melly, Hollis Doyle, and VP Ross. Now Hollis and Melly, they are on their A game. They back to back with their questions. But when it's come to VP Ross, she's sitting over there, mind elsewhere. Now y'all know, like literally right before she came out on the podium for the debate, she broke up with David after realizing that he was cheating on me and he lied about it. It's like she's dealing with, okay, this man that I've grown to love not only was cheating on me, but he done lied about it. Now I got to go out here and do this debate. My mind's not in it. And then at one point, Hollis, he decided to go for the jugular. He's like, Millie, how can we trust your judgment when you have your ex-husband, ex-mistress running your campaign? That's just weird. And I'm glad somebody said that. Like, how does that look? Your husband's, your ex-husband's ex-mistress, the woman who forced you out of the White House so she can move in, even though it was temporary, she is helping you run your campaign. That is all kind of weird, but you know, Hollis, he's going for it. This is the thing he does. And if he is not like the TV version of Donald Trump, I don't know what else he is. So we got Elizabeth over here mad at David because he didn't broke up with VP Ross, and now she's off her game. She's like, if you was gonna break up with her, you could at least waited till tomorrow. I mean, I really didn't like y'all together anyway, seeing as how you done broke up with me. But he's like, I didn't break up with her, and I didn't tell her I was cheating. She found out this all on her own. See, it's your fault that we in this situation. You the one that wanted me to go over there and show that woman some loving. And now I didn't cause feelings for her. And now she realized that I was cheating on her. And now I'm upset, she's upset, and you just mad because that's your ticket back into the White House so you can be like the chief secretary or whatever Abby's job that she took from Cyrus. And you just mad because that's inching away from that position being you. So I'm going to need you to back up. He didn't say that, but y'all know me. I be paraphrasing. While this is going on, we got VP Ross. She's sitting at the podium and like, out of nowhere, she snaps out of this, I'm upset that my man did cheat on me. And then she gets to, you know, telling her story. And she was saying how her husband was a soldier and he had fought all over the world. And he went to Afghanistan and he called her up on the phone. And she was like, he was telling her about his assignment. And she's like, yes. She's like, are you going to be like patrolling like areas where like the civilians that are over there? Are you patrolling hospitals? What do you do? And he's like, oh, I'll be patrolling a 20-mile like desert area for a pipeline for oil. Now she's upset. She's like, you mean to tell me that you're over there risking your life for some big company to get rich? And that big company had to be Hollis Doyle. And she's like, look here, Hollis Doyle, I'm going to need you to sit back because I'm telling my story right now. Because it wasn't 14 hours after I talked to my husband about him being over there and me being his wife, I was supporting him because that's what you do. 14 hours later, some dude did put a bullet in my husband's neck and he bled out before he died before he even hit the ground. And I was mad, not at that person who did it, but I was mad at big business who are sending our soldiers over there so they can get more money, because they done made a deal over in Afghanistan and big companies can come over there and like, you give us a little cut of whatever you do with our oil and we good. And all these companies are sending our soldiers over there to patrol their areas so they can get rich. And that is why I became a senator, because I didn't want any of our soldiers to go over there and get killed like my husband did. I was like, go ahead and do it, VP Ross. You better tell your story. She just snapped out of her that whole little depression she was in for that like 15 minutes, and she's on her A game now. So VP Ross, she's a little mad now. She's happy that she won the debate, but you know, she had this little deal with David that after, you know, the debate was over, he was gonna go up on stage and, you know, hug her and like wave to the people. Well, now there's pictures of them circulating, so now everybody wants to know who is the new it couple. You know, what is he like? What is his position? Like attorney general, state's attorney, whatever his title is. And then we have the vice president, potential president. Like, this is a hot story. But she's like, I don't even want to do this right now. But Elizabeth was like, no, this is like, we gotta like keep on with this. Y'all gotta act like y'all still love each other and y'all together. I know y'all done broke up. That's none of my business. Even though it's kind of my business, I'm the one to put y'all there. Paraphrasing like always. But I'm gonna need y'all to like get this together and act like y'all like in love. And Dave was like, I'll do whatever she wants me to do. Just, just say you forgive me. It's just like, oh, really? Are you going to say you hate kids? Do you say you kick around puppies? Do you say you splash people in your car when it's raining? You gonna say that? He was like, I'll do whatever you want me to do, baby. Just forgive me. She's like, I want to forgive you. She, like, you can tell for like a split second she was wanting to, but she's like, you're not finna play me for no fool. I refuse to do that. So y'all remember last week when Olivia got that information about VP Ross, and they was like, oh my goodness, it was such a shocker. Now me, I'm thinking, what could this be? Like, I'm thinking about like the most outlandish things, like, was she a part of B613 back in the day, and like she got out because she like did a few things for Daddy Pope, and he was like, okay, I'm gonna let you out because you did the biggest thing I needed somebody to do. Was it like she part of B613? Did she start B613 with Daddy Pope? Like, I'm going through my mind like, what was she doing? Was like she a professional sniper? Like, what was going on? And it was like they found out that she wasn't married. Like, the dude that she just did that whole little monologue about her husband getting killed wasn't even her husband, wasn't even her child's father, to put that matter. Her child's father smoked recovering dope fiend is in prison. So they didn't got this information. It's like, okay, we're gonna use this to our advantage because we want what? Melly to win the presidential debate. We want her to become president. So Olivia and crew, they go see dude in prison, and they was like, well, did you know she was pregnant? He was like, no. They're like, okay, this is what we're gonna need you to do. We're gonna need you to give us some of your DNA, give us a DNA sample so we can, run it against her daughters and prove that you were her child's father. And then you were going to make a public statement that, hey, yes, I am that child's father. That man, her husband who died, that wasn't her husband. That was somebody that she knew. They kind of dated on and off for a little bit, but they never got married. So he's like, I'm gonna have to think about that. So it's like, okay, cool. So, but Huck, he's on this. I don't really think we should do that because this is not only hurting VP Ross, but this is destroying a family. Because y'all know Huck, he is not the same after he can't see Javi no more. After Javi and caught him doggone splitting some dude's throat last season. So when it comes to family, he just don't want to hurt family just for like we doing this just so we can win. He's on this, there's other ways we can win without destroying this family, particularly this child. So news has gotten out that Edison had a little drug problem back in the day. He was in a car accident, was in bad pain, got addicted to pain medication. Well, I could see why that happens because apparently, like, some of these medication got the same ingredients in heroin in it, so I can see why you can get addicted to them. But anyway, so he's over at Daddy Pope's house, and it's like the only person who knew about this was Olivia. So I need you to pull in the reins on your daughter. And Daddy Pope, he wasn't feeling that. He's like, first of all, you need to remember who you talking to. And you not ever in life say I need to pull in the reins on my daughter. Remember, I am the boss. I will handle things. Do you want to be the boss? He's like, I don't know. He's like, so you don't want to be president because president is the boss. Remember, I got this. I am the one in charge. Remember, I was part of B613. Like, I can kill you with a blink of the eye. That's how good I am. So don't you ever in your life say I need to pull in the reins on my daughter. Meanwhile, while all this is going on in the kitchen, Jake is sitting there eating whatever he's eating. Like, this is a normal thing in that Daddy Pope house. Like, he always yelling and threatening somebody, so you just need to get used to it. And he's like, yes, this is what I'm going to handle this and handle this myself. The next thing you know, there's a news conference, and Daddy Pope then got to that nurse and had her recant her whole entire story. Well, actually didn't recant it. They just had, like, heard that nurse was there when Edison was in that rehab. She's like, I don't know who told y'all that story, but he was never in that facility while I was working there, and I don't know what kind of person would do such a thing to that kind of man, but I'm sorry that he has to go through this, but he was not there at that rehab center. Yeah, I don't know what Daddy Pope did to her, but that woman changed her story quick, fast, in a hurry. This is not good for Vargas because he had already went on TV, and when asked about, Edison and his drug problems, he said, I just hope he's getting the help he needs. Now, Cyrus had already told him, maybe that wasn't such a smart idea. Maybe we should wait until we have confirmation on this. But Vargas is on one of these. My brother didn't help me with all my campaigns. He know what he doing. But Cyrus, Brother may know he didn't do him like getting dirt on people, but Cyrus, he'll get dirt on you, but he'll wait to the right time to do it, to make sure, yes, I know this is true, but I'm gonna make sure that everybody who said this happened is gonna agree with me, because I don't want this backfire on me. So Olivia and Huck and Quinn, they go back to VP Ross's child's father in prison. And he's like, you know what, I don't want to do this. I don't want to hurt her. You know, she'll probably help me when, you know, she become pregnant and all that stuff. And this is Olivia. You know, this is when the anger and the power starts getting in, and she gets to threaten him. She's like, you think that Doc, she become pregnant, she got some time for your ex-Dauphine self? No. So if you don't give us this sample, this is what we're going to do. We're going to plant drugs on you to get you in trouble. Quinn, have we not done this before? Quinn was like, yeah, we did this just the other day. It's nothing for us to just threaten you like this and like plant drugs on you so you can get in trouble. But like once they get the DNA sample from him and they confirm that he's the father, she's like, all right, go ahead and put this out there. But Huck was like, Quinn, we not finna do that. But she's like, Olivia told us to do this. I don't care. Olivia is crossing the line at this point. She's going too far. This is gonna hurt too many people. We not putting this out there. So I was like, okay. So she goes to see Abby. She's like, look here. Abby then came on because she thought she got some dirt from somebody inside the White House. Like, I just came here to talk to you about our friend. She's crossing the line a lot. So I'm gonna need you to, we need to have like a little come together, a little, what's it called, what you know when you get together, what's the word I'm looking for? We need to have an intervention for Olivia. That's the word I'm looking for, intervention. We need to have an intervention for Olivia because this child, she's going too far with things. So at one point, Olivia comes to the office, she sees Secret Service there, so shit. So she go, and they gonna have this conversation, and he was like, you know, you better than this. We already stole races before. Like, why are you doing this? We need to just, you better than this. Let's just have this clean race, not even put this out there. So I guess Olivia's thinking, I can still be like VP Ross with Melly. You know, Melly can be VP Ross without doing that. So I guess I can. So I guess this little intervention with Fitz worked out. But she mad at doggone Abby and Huck because, like, soon as Fitz leaves, she not gonna close that door like, oh, so y'all wasn't told on me. This is what we doing now? So Fitz sits down with VP Ross and was like, look here, I know that your husband, that man with me, your husband, and he's not really your child's father. So she was like, oh my goodness, what am I going to do? He's like, I think you should just come on out there with it and just be like, I was with this man, I made a mistake and got pregnant. Not that the child was a mistake, but, you know, her cheating. Like, I did some things that resulted in my daughter, but my daughter was raised in a loving family with two parents. Just say that instead of just like waiting on like when the shoe gonna drop, just put it out there. But she's like, you know what, people gonna look at me. I got pregnant out of wedlock, lied about it, did this whole thing, and my child's father is actually a recovering dope fiend that's in prison. Like, that's not gonna look good for me. He's like, I wasn't supposed to be president. Like, this, I'm about to be up at the office any minute now. That I can tell you this. They stole the election from me, so I ain't really supposed to be here. I'm telling you this now. Maybe that can help you some. So just as she's about to go, you know, confess to the world that, hey, I lied. That man wasn't really my husband. My child father's in prison. They get word that old dude and killed himself. Now, I'm thinking a few things. Either he did it because he felt guilty about, you know, putting her and her child through that, or Huck went and did it himself. It's like, okay, this will stop all this investigational stuff, and we ain't gotta hurt no children. So I'm torn between the two. Either Huck just went on here and took this man out, but then Huck ain't just killing like innocent people who are trying to do good. So maybe the man was like, he just, by all this guilt, he just went on ahead and killed himself. Or it could be Huck didn't doggone pull some string, did some stuff, and like they just said that the man is dead, and Huck done got that man out of prison. They gave him a one-way ticket to wherever, and he's just living his life like he wants to. So after all this going on, We got VP Ross and David. They're going on like a reporter circuit since, you know, they the new hot couple and whatnot. And they look all happy and everything, smiling, holding hands, sitting next to each other. Oh, we didn't expect things to happen, but we're so much in love. David, these is all true feelings for him. But right now, VP Ross is like, I cannot stand him. If I had like something sharp, I would stick you in the side right now. So once all the, you know, reporters and everybody there leaves, she's like, I'm so happy you forgave me. She's like, I ain't forgave your tail. You are just a prop, and you need to remember that. I was like, ooh. So at the end of the episode, we have Cyrus sitting there at Vargas's little headquarters, and Vargas's brother, his name escapes me. He comes in, and Vargas like, okay, get at the Cyrus. And he's like, what you mean get at the Cyrus? He's like, get information to Cyrus. Give it to my campaign manager. And dude's looking like, oh, so it's like that. See, Cyrus, he just had to sit back and wait for old boy to just flip up because he knew he was going to do it. Because he's slick, but he not Cyrus Beam slick. So Cyrus is like, okay, thank you, my stuff. And Tom is there as his chauffeur, his go-to man for getting dirt and or, you know, contacting hitman / they kind of lovers now. He's like his side piece. I don't know what their relationship, but it is weird. I don't know how Tom went for like being one of Daddy Pope's like go-to men to now working for Cyrus. I don't know, but that's how the episode ended. I thought it was a very good episode. I was like a little like, really, I thought VP Ross was into some deep stuff, but it was just like she lied. She got pregnant out of wedlock, and she don't want the world to know because she's trying to portray this, you know, pure image and all that stuff. So that was the gist that went on. If I left anything out, by all means, leave a comment or video response. And like always, I don't thank my subscribers and the people who watch my videos. I want you to like this video, comment, and subscribe. And share this video with your friends on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and here on YouTube. This is Lady T signing off. Have a good one.